Please like the video and hit the goddamn subscribe button. It's free. Back with another video, this time from the Purple Pill podcast. This clip went viral recently, and I see that the podcast is growing. I think they've doubled since this clip went viral. So salute to those guys. I thought it was a good clip. Let's get started.
Married.
So and that is true. The man is the decisionary.
Yes, yes. Whenever he's ready. Yes, whenever I'm ready, I will do it. But no, it's not based off of anybody's opinion other than mine.
So if your girl break up with you today, and you ready in like 2 years, and you're not with this same girl, you're just gonna marry whoever you with?
No, that's not how it works at all.
No,
you wait until it's the right time. As a man,
when is this, like that's what I'm saying. You've been with this girl.
Because if she ready and you not,
I've been with her for 2 years. Yeah, and she really wants it. She would tell y'all right now if she was here. She really wants. She just was telling me yesterday. She really wants to get married. She tells me all the time. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to. That doesn't mean I'm going to sit down on one knee and say, "All right, I want to give it to you right now." No, she's been begging me. She's been begging me for a year. I'm not going to sit there and do it just because she's
marriage ain't our choice.
So
it's
based off of me. So her question is, so if she left that, because that's what she wants, right? And if she does what I tell women, if you know what you want and you're not getting that, and she leaves to go with somebody who's ready for that, you gonna just marry who you with, or you like? That's what she's asking.
You would wait.
First of all, the question is disingenuous. Second of all, it doesn't even make any sense. If he's with his girl, and I'll give you that. If his girl's been with him a year or 2 years and she wants to be married and he's not with it, I actually, in agreement with her, I would tell her, hey, if he's not giving you what you want in that aspect, because women have a time clock in which they need to get married, go move on to another guy. But if his girlfriend doesn't want to be with him on that level, or she's not willing to wait, you go find him another girlfriend that's willing to wait, and he'll get married when he wants to get married. It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, until you find another girl, and then you would start back over. As a guy at 31 years old, and I look very young for being 31, I can put this off another 5, 6, 7 years. It's women who have to worry about putting it off for a year, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can put this off as long as I want. It's the women that have to worry about it. It's not. I'm not worried about it. I can start another relationship and do it again.
Because women ain't out here proposing to men. Like,
I just went to my friend's wedding like 2 years ago, and she was like 46 when she got married. It was beautiful.
That's an exception.
Yeah, I mean, so that's objective, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's objective, but that's definitely the exception to the rule, because most women aren't going to get married. At an older age.
Men, like,
most aren't. If you look at the statistics, there's very few women that are going to have a a wedding after 40 years old. You know, bless her, but that's just not going to happen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My mom got married after 50. She's an exception as well. It rarely happens.
That's true, because we don't pick. We gotta wait for a man to.
I don't know. I got a couple ready to marry right now. I don't know. I don't understand these
simps.
Would
you really want to be with
No, I don't know simps. I don't know any simps. Actually.
I'm telling you, those guys that are instantly willing to marry a girl that's
I didn't say instantly. I didn't say it was instant.
Like, I don't know your circle of people, but my circle, I'm not messing with no basic ass person.
So yes, they are.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying. And those guys that aren't basic, hold on, those guys that aren't basic, the guys that make good money or they're actually good men, guess what? They don't like being loyal. They don't like being with one girl. So you can sit there and have that mentality of, I'm only going to shoot up here, but guess what? Those guys up here aren't going to be loyal to you.
It's always about money for you. That's what you talk about is money.
You want me to explain to you why? Because provision is everything for a man. Provision is literally everything. For 10,000 years, provision was everything. If a man was fully able to provide for his woman and do everything, then she was fully happy. It's only until the dollar got devalued in the 1900s that put men in a position where they can't be providers anymore. Men were providers for thousands of years, okay? If it wasn't for the system putting them in the point where they can't even provide for you anymore, you wouldn't be trying to work. You wouldn't be having to do all this shit to try to keep up with men. It's all the Fed's fault. It's all the government's fault for devaluing the dollar to the point where a man can't be a provider anymore. You seriously want a guy? You just said you won't be in around a circle of a bunch of broke guys, right?
I didn't.
But no, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to sit here and point fingers, but I'm just saying.
I did not. If you're going to quote
good men, right? Good men. Okay.
No.
Okay, what was your quote then?
And I didn't just say men. I'm talking about people. I'm not messing with basic ass people.
Okay, you're not messing with basic ass people. So what does that mean? Like, how much money is a guy that's not basic?
Why is it always money?
Because men need to be providers. That is what you need to be able to pay your bills.
But every relationship that you're surrounded by, it doesn't have to be like a man. It could be a woman. I'm talking about my circle. You keep bringing it back to a man and money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about money at all whatsoever. And I don't know if you heard me earlier. I want what's in your brain.
Okay. So,
and not what's in your pockets.
And that's.
But if you have
you can
that,
say
yes,
that,
that's a bonus.
Statistically shows women want a man that makes 58% or more than them. Statistically, that's what the facts show. Like that, I could show you statistics all day long that show that a woman, if she makes 100K a year, she wants a guy who makes 150K a year. So you can sit here and say money don't matter, but statistics show money matters.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like, we can sit here and say all day long we don't care about money and what a man has, but man, at the end of the day, it does matter. And if he doesn't have money, he needs to at least have drive.
I also didn't say I didn't care about money. I didn't say that.
She just contradicted herself.
If you're gonna quote me.
Yeah. No, I just want everybody to understand provisioning is the biggest reason why men are in the position they are today. Y'all would love men if they were able to fully take care of you. It really sucks that they can't.
I think the thing is what you're doing right, and we're talking about statistics, but I believe everybody here is kind of like out and beat the statistics, with the numbers about everything, such as black women have this statistical number, black men this statistical number, but like
there are all the exceptions
in that statistics that you're quoting. So it's like
the women in this room are exceptions, all of them. That's what she's saying.
We hear you, but it's kind of irrelevant to the facts of who we are as individuals.
And I understand it might be individually different, but for podcasts and things on YouTube and stuff like that, sometimes you want to give general advice for the 51%, for the majority. Now it's nice talking about the minority, or it's nice talking about like the exceptions to the rule. But when you're giving advice, dating advice, when you're doing stuff like this, you really want to give it for the majority.
So first off, no one is giving dating. Nobody gave any kind of advice.
Well, it's a talk show, so people watch this because they're trying to learn about dating more. Whether it's they're trying to get better at it or whatever it is, they're trying to learn about dating.
We're teaching people how to beat the statistics,
guys. Like that's why people are watching. So I give advice based off of the majority. Like I have a dating show also, and the whole point of it is that I like to give advice for the majority. And we can talk about the minority all the time.
Personally, I didn't ask for your advice. If that's what you were trying to give, I didn't ask for it because
sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. They tried to shame him initially, and she just insulted him here. But what she doesn't understand is that he's running a show here. True, a lot of people don't watch this content for advice, for quote-unquote dating advice. I'm almost 40. I don't necessarily need that advice. And if you have a younger audience, watches this content for advice. So that's when he was saying, he wasn't saying specifically I was giving you advice. She's just taking all this stuff personal.
Yeah, I know most women over 30 that are single don't ask for it, but they fucking need it still.
Talk to him.
Another thing I said I was working on self. I don't have time to focus. Like I need to recollaborate.
And it just goes back to, man, if you're over 30 and you're single and you're still working on yourself, that's a problem. I'm sorry. I'm just
let's go.
Being honest.
Go talk to your girl, bro. Go call your girl.
She mad.
Go call your girl.
I'm sorry.
Go call your girl.
Not even the one he's talking to. The one in the brown is mad.
Hey, man. I'm just being honest.
Go call your girl. Go call your girl.
She's actually watching right now. What's up, baby?
Yeah, give her a phone call. I think you need to decompress and let her coach. I don't know what
she
mad, but let her coach you down.
And she putting the cape on for a friend.
I think we're gonna go ahead and end on that note. That was it's getting tense.
Hey, it's nothing but love, everybody. I love all y'all.
JR actually doing some work. What? JR will never say shit on the Peep Show.
That's why I was like, I don't never take no personal on panels, man. This is a discussion. We just here to talk about it, and we don't take this shit home.
They're taking it
and
personal.
That's just what it is.
You gotta do like a well-being check.
Yeah, like for real. Like in most cases, me being 31, me trying to be on a self journey is just not doing right.
Make sure I get the hurt feelings. We got HR watching.
It's not doing too good.
Make sure you fill out the report, okay?
I don't like it. I'm gonna pray on it tonight because I be fighting for my friends. On my mind, I don't fight no more for me.
Yeah, that's sisterhood is strong.
Yeah, I fight for my friends. Don't.
Yeah. But she held hers for real.
She shouldn't have had to.
But she did. But she grown. She grown.
We all grown.
Time out. She grown. The lady that's off camera said she held hers. First of all, she didn't. But that's not even the point. They're just having a conversation. You can agree to disagree. She just got upset and started making things personal, which he wasn't talking about her specifically. She's not even saying anything. I'm guessing the one with the eyelashes on the phone right now, she just took her headphones off. She's not even saying anything. But why is this girl over here in the brown putting her cape on for a grown woman that's over 30? Let her talk. She can defend herself. What is going on here?
She can hold her.
And there's a certain level of respect that you give adults when you enter a room and speak to them. You know, I understand you have some points you want to get across, but you got to understand who you talking to when you talk to people. And if you don't know who you're talking to, get into a situation to find out who you're talking to first. Because everybody's not gonna receive your message the way you want them to receive.
Jafar, I promise you, she held her
feelings, man.
She did. No, it just you because you ain't gonna be able to
read the room.
You know, like you're not gonna be able to fight. She held it.
They feelings hurt.
She did.
You have to read the room.
Everybody don't engage.
And what you talk about on your podcast may not be what he talks about on
his podcast. They want him to cater to their feelings. Fuck out of here.
Was it his tone?
What did he say?
What is the tone? For real.
Everything.
It was everything. Like when he talks, he attacks. He doesn't listen. He hears. So it's like he says, and then he will say, "I understand," but then he doesn't understand. But when I put myself into your shoes, being empathetic, and I was like, "I understand where you're coming from. You were right." But every time I told you were right, it was like you were like, "Ding!" Like you got to
ignore how she insulted him.
I gotta keep going.
Yeah, because I know I'm right. I'm just being dead ass honest. I know I'm right. Like it's not about like I think or anything. I know I'm right. It's just a fact.
Well, if that works for you, if that works for your
household, that's why I'm very successful at 31 years old, and I have $500,000 at my age. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, you gotta do shit like this. You gotta be very stingent about what you want, what you like,
not to strangers.
All that stuff. Yeah.
But this is a lesson for you to learn right here, right? And this is like this ain't really gonna happen, but
they're in their feelings, but she's gonna try to flip this into a learning lesson from him. No. He was correct. You guys were wrong. You don't like the fact that he didn't back down and cater to you guys' feelings. Even when she insulted him, he didn't back down. And that's what this really is about. They underestimated him. 6'31", he looks a little bit younger. They thought that he was just going to be a pussy pushover. And he stood 10 toes down like a man does. That's what it is. And their feelings are hurt. Even though he didn't attack them in any way.
You need to really understand. When you meet new people and you pay attention first, because this could have went totally different. I could be really upset. I don't like my friends feel no certain way, because we ain't come here to feel no certain way. We came here to converse, be on the Peace podcast. You know, we didn't come here to feel no way. The fact that I feel a way, if I really felt a way, and we on live air, and you talk about you got $500,000, nigga, pull up, and you leave out.
It just goes to show it was the.
Hey, listen to that bullshit you just said about having somebody pull up. And that's the difference. Mr. Samuels used to talk about this. The difference between men and women. When you say you can have somebody pull up, that's a fucking threat, man. If you saying that you can pull up on me, if that was men, you would have had to apologize right there on the spot, or we moving furniture or something about to go down, because bitch, you just threatened me. But it's the difference between how men and women operate. What she says, she thinks is perfectly fine. It looks like Lapeef and other people in the room are objecting to what she just said.
I'm not saying that. Listen. I'm not saying.
I'm glad they called her out on that.
That's what it was.
Listen, everybody got it. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. What I'm saying is understanding.
But it's just, I didn't know nobody on this panel. I didn't know nobody, and somebody could have said something that I didn't agree with, and it could be their tone. But I didn't want to feel. I didn't feel no type of way. I didn't feel no personal type of way about nobody.
She had no reason.
It's not that deep.
No, this is it's not that deep. This is something that people don't understand when this is a conversation.
But was it a tone? Like I want to know, was it the tone?
So it's like
no, wait. Okay. I only want you to apologize for something or say you're sorry for something that you're really gonna work on.
So was it the tone?
So it was every fucking thing.
Okay, well I'm not gonna apologize for any of it, because like the
talk
tone,
to him.
Like honestly, I'm sorry, but fuck your feelings. Like I don't care about somebody's feelings. Like I'm here to discuss, debate, talk about things. Like if you get caught in your feelings over words, I'm sorry, I don't get caught in feelings over words. People can call me anything, say anything to me. I'm never gonna get emotional over words, because they're just words.
Salute, young bull.
I know, and I'm sorry. I understand women are completely different than men. I know that I'm completely different than most people, but at the same time, this is a show. I'm trying to, debate. I'm trying to interact with people, and if the way I do that bothers you, I'm really sorry, but that's how I debate everybody. Don't take it personal, because it doesn't matter who's on this panel, or if we were, what show it was, I would still debate the exact same way. I would still talk to a man, a woman, anybody in that same tone, and I'm sorry if you didn't like it, but that's just how I am. I'm congruent. I'm like that with everybody, and I'm sorry if you didn't like it. Yeah, well, I'm sorry that it affected you that way, but I'm not sorry about what I said.
Why?
You guys,
So that was it on the little peep show. I don't know, maybe I'm just so used because I've been on his podcast before, and I just know how he debate. And it's, you know, I know how you debate. I know how you share words.
Thanks Jay. I'm gonna talk about that.
Shout out to the Purple Pill podcast. I love how he handled that situation. That woman, particularly the woman in the black shirt, took things personal that he was saying. And they had no problem attempting to shame him in the beginning. That conversation before the clip started was about women not having the same amount of time as men when it comes to waiting to get married. And they found out that he had a girlfriend, and also he had a girlfriend that wanted to get married. And they were trying to shame him about not proposing to his girlfriend who wants to get married. That's what they were trying to do in the beginning. And then she insulted him, the woman in the black shirt insulted him in the middle when she said, well, I wasn't asking you for your opinion. But what it really was about was that their feelings would hurt, and they thought because he was a young looking guy that he was gonna back down from them. They thought they were gonna bully him in the conversation. And he stood like a fucking man with 10 toes down, and he stood on his square and no, you guys are wrong, I'm right. Kudos to that young man. I'm a fan of the show now. I've been subscribed, and I got a few more of his clips that I'm going to be reacting to as well. And the other lady, she was defending her. To me, that's extremely childish as well, because that woman in the black shirt was over 30. Why do you feel the need to put a cape on to defend my friend? Because I'm just talking to you guys direct. And I think that's what a lot of it boils down to. And I think that was clear proof from Mr. Samuel's show. A lot of these women have never just been talked to directly. Women are used to talking to each other, and then what that brings up is the sisterhood, because they lie to each other. So they never get an honest assessment of where they lack in their personality. But hey, what the hell do I know? I'm just a pothead talking on YouTube. You guys let me know what you think after party in the comments. My name's Theodore Cooper, but you can
call me bitch.
Do better.
Excuse me, bitches?
Honestly, I'm sorry, but fuck your feelings. Like,